The future of farming sims is here. Lightyear Frontier is a futuristic crafting, farming and exploration game coming to PC and Xbox on March 19th, and yes, it will be on Game Pass. I tried out the demo, which is on Steam now, and I have to say, I think it's going to be a big deal. Set on an alien planet with an absolutely gorgeous, colourful design, you'll get to explore Lightyear Frontier in your trusty mech, gathering resources, crafting and feeding the local wildlife. So the demo begins with us finding our mech, putting it back together and recovering various tools that can be attached to it. Now, I will say that this is not a game that will hold your hand too hard. There are quests, but there's plenty for you to figure out on your own, like how to use each of your tools. You get a really interesting range of tools. It's definitely not the standard axe and pickaxe situation. Instead, we've got a drill, a hose, a vacuum and some kind of seed shooting thingy. It's clear that the devs have put a huge amount of work into building the world of Lightyear Frontier. In the demo, we get to explore 2 beautiful areas, and you can see from the map that there'll be plenty more biomes to discover in the full game. Each biome has its own unique resources, including plant life and minerals, as well as other life forms, some of which you can feed. You'll also be tasked with restoring the world around you, which seems to have been infected by some kind of pollution, and of course you'll need to learn how to survive. That's where the farming and crafting elements come into play, and I have to say I've played a fair few crafting games, and this one seems pretty unique. For one thing, you have this huge mech, which you can upgrade and customise, and then of course you'll have to process some of your raw materials, which is pretty standard, but what I found interesting is that one of the first things you have to build is an oil press to make oils from the various plants you'll find all around you. These oils seem to be a key ingredient in your crafting, so you're going to want to grow plenty of each plant to keep a steady supply. It always makes me happy when farming is integral to the gameplay and serves a real purpose, rather than something that's just been added in for the sake of it. Just a super quick break to ask, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. As well as keeping you up to date on all the best upcoming and new cozy games, I also do tips videos, reviews, speed builds and more. You'll also build a tent to sleep in, although you don't have to worry about getting to bed on time, nor do you have an energy bar that you'll need to keep filling up. The gameplay is very chilled, very casual and very relaxing, and I think that's the key to a successful cozy game. No time limits, no restrictions, no stress. There's also no combat. Now, I mentioned earlier that there are quests, and as you might expect, you only get a handful of them in the demo. There's just enough to get you started, build your first few essentials, learn to gather materials, farm, craft, etc., and of course enough to get you hooked on the game. I can't wait to get my hands on the full game and see what else there is to discover. More biomes, more interesting plants, more colourful creatures. But the quests aren't the be-all and end-all of the game. Even once you've completed all the demo quests, there'll still be more things you can build, and even more upgrades you can apply to your mech. I was disappointed when I'd finished the quests, but there was still plenty more to do, so you can definitely keep playing. I feel like this gives the game longevity, because in a lot of games once you finish the quests, it's kind of just over, and you won't necessarily have a reason to keep playing. But I feel like with Lightyear Frontier there'll still be plenty more you can do beyond the quests, especially if you're a completionist, like unlocking and building everything, applying all these upgrades to your mech, and discovering every single resource. There's also definitely a story to uncover, which the demo does start to tell, and it could be really interesting. The Farm Mech program, get it? Farm Mech, involved humans being sent to Lightyear Frontier to, well, farming mechs. But the program was abandoned 200 years ago, which begs the question, why? And furthermore, you are not part of that program, so why are you even on this planet? And to cap it all off, The full game will support multiplayer. You'll be able to play with up to 3 friends. Honestly, I think this is the game we've all been waiting for. I said in a fairly recent video that I love farming sims. I don't want them to wane in popularity and eventually die out. We just need some innovation in the genre, and I think Lightyear Frontier will deliver this. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you reckon you'll be picking this one up? If you've tried the demo, did you enjoy it? And if you want to find out about an absolute ton of upcoming cozy games, check out either of these videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon with more cozy games.